Olá, bem-vindos a mais um episódio da série Construindo Escolas, Promotoras de Saúde, uma conversa com o professor Didier Jourdan. Eu sou Fabiana Regiane da Costa, presidente da Comissão de Educação do Conselho Regional de Fonoaudiologia, segunda região, a nossa fonoaudióloga colaboradora, Ana Elisa de Belotti Nogueira Batista, e o professor Didier Jourdan, que nos dá a honra de sua presença e de suas contribuições aqui para essa série tão especial. Professor, em suas pesquisas e experiências internacionais, qual tem sido o papel da escuta e da participação de crianças e jovens na construção das escolas? E como esses elementos contribuem para ambientes mais inclusivos, capazes de acolher a diversidade dos estudantes e de promover saúde?
In your research and international experience, what role have listening to and engaging children and young people played in shaping schools? How do these elements contribute to more inclusive environments to embrace student diversity and promote health?
Thank you very much for this question. You probably know that for UNESCO and for the World Health Organization, participation of people is a key issue. Of course, it's linked to ethical questions, it's linked to the democracy, but it's simply linked in a very pragmatic way to the effectiveness of the programs. In fact, the programs and the policies, of course. You cannot create the health of the people without the people. Just because the first person who can influence its own health, this is the person herself. Of course, it's also the professionals, it's also the policymakers, but at the very core of what shapes the health of people, there's the people in the community. What is true in general is also true for children and young people. And it's all the more important since the relationship children and young people have with health issues, with prevention, with health education, with health promotion, whatever the theme, is very different from the one we have when we are adults. You know, we consider it as being normal that, women and men have different vision of what's health and what's good for them. We think it's normal that people from different social background, different countries, different identities have different visions and different understanding of what can contribute to the health. Sorry to say, it's exactly the same with children and young people. So it's extremely important to ensure the participation of the beneficiaries of any program, intervention, or policy. But I would like to put the emphasis on something that is very important for me. We are living in a world for which the mutations are extremely rapid. Ecological crisis, digitalization, nutritional transition, globalization of the commercial interest, epidemiological transition, demographical transition. Are we really sure that we are the experts? Frankly, I'm not so sure. And the point of view of the children and the adolescent on, for example, the question of environmental health is absolutely crucial. We cannot build any policy in relationship to health promotion, education and prevention with young people without taking into account their point of view, their understanding of the situation, just because the relationship they have, for example, with our planet is different from ours. So yes, this question of children's voice is absolutely at the very core of health promotion, just because you cannot contribute to the health of a population, of a community and health of people without them. But knowing that, you have to think a little bit about how to create the conditions for this, I would say, genuine participation, because it's very easy to have a kind of token participation. You have 12 adults, you just had one young people in the middle of them say, oh yes, the young people were consulted with us. It's like in many schools, you have the school council and you have all the adults, the authorities, the parents, and yes, you have 2 per students like that. We are just trying to survive in the world of the adults. It's not enough. Token participation is not enough. What we need to do is to create the condition for the genuine participation of young people. And to do that, there's many approaches that works. There's methods that works. You know, we are here in the country of Paulo Freire. In the vision of the pedagogy of Paulo Freire, the learners are at the very core of the educational process. That's the same for all the kids, the same for all the young people. So we need to use what we learned from research about the conditions for genuine participation and the impact of genuine participation on the effectiveness and the efficiency of the different policies, programs, interventions. And to do that, we need to develop methods that can guarantee the authentic participation of young people in every process that are related to them. And we always have this mantra within the UNESCO Chair and WHO Collaborating Center, which is nothing about them without them.
Essa publicação vai estar disponível online, assim que estiver disponível, vamos mostrar por aqui. Essa publicação que tem alguns estudos de caso, nada sobre eles, sem eles, que é a grande frase, o grande resumo de tudo que o professor Didier acabou de trazer para nós. Thank you so much once again for your contribution.
Obrigada, professor, com o coração quentinho aqui. Acompanhem a gente e aguardem o próximo episódio.